Michigan will be back next year. Yes, they lose Derek Walton Jr. as well as Zach Irvin, but legit or not, will they go as far as they did this past season? Will they make the 2018 regional semifinal?
I don't know. I mean, they're losing Zach Irvin, right? They're losing Derek Walton Jr., right? I mean, those are your two best players.
Yep. Now they got Eli Brooks coming in, Jordan Poole, Isaiah Livers, all highly regarded prospects.
And how many times do you see them play college basketball? You've never seen it. They're incoming freshmen, so you can't know. You got 4-year guys you're saying goodbye to.
Yeah, but do you trust the system? Do you trust
the process?
I trust the system,
but I don't trust freshmen. I mean, no. Look, Michigan didn't have a great year this year. Michigan finished in the middle of the pack in the Big Ten and they were a bubble team. They barely got in. They sucked into this thing with a good run in the Big Ten tournament, winning that thing. So, yeah, that was a success. They did win the Big Ten tournament. But the whole regular season, that body of work was easily forgettable. They turned it on. They had an unfortunate incident happen with a plane, and they utilized that for second life and went out there and played great basketball. Can they emulate their postseason this year? Absolutely. Will they most likely emulate their regular season too?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I could see them having the exact same year, which was, in a way, you call it fluke-ish because they turned it on in the 11th hour.
You and I know the program very closely because you and I worked for the conference for a long time, the Big Ten conference I'm talking about. John Beeline, over the last 18 months, Bakari Alexander, assistant coach. Bye-bye. He's now the head coach of Detroit Mercy. He was kind of the fiery guy, get everyone fired up. Laval Jordan, he's now the coach of Milwaukee.
He was the recruiter.
And I also hear from guys like Zach Novak, Stu Douglas, old Michigan players. They said nobody was better as far as on the court, getting me better day after day than Laval Jordan. So he loses his 2 key assistant coaches. Now, brings in a former head coach in Billy Donlin, a guy who did a nice job at Wright State, but really curious to see now that those guys are gone because those guys were anchors on his coaching staff.
Those guys logged a lot of minutes from the minute they walked on campus.
And those guys were outstanding assistant coaches. Now they're building their own program. So something to watch because Bobby Bowden had a great run in Tallahassee. But when his assistants and defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators, when those guys moved on, he had to plug and replace them. Easier said than done.
It's a great point.
Places other
it's a great
than
point,
others.
my friend.